Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, Mysterious Cameraman, and today I'm going to be reviewing Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So quickly before we get into it, two things I want to talk about. First, I am sorry that I got to this late. I have been sick, and at first I didn't see it until yesterday, and then it took me a while to even get around to feeling good enough to talk about it. So I'm sorry for being late. Second, if you haven't already seen the teaser trailer for my own fan film, Spider-Man and Kingpin Time, that's in the link in the description and at the end of this video. Now let's get into it. So, when I was thinking about this, I didn't really know how to approach it. I didn't think it was as bad as things like Thor: Love and Thunder or Eternals, but it wasn't as good as things like Shang-Chi or No Way Home. So I thought of the best way to describe it, which I actually completely agree with, which is this is exactly how I feel about Multiverse of Madness, except it's just a bit worse. I really liked Multiverse of Madness. Is it a great film? No. But it's fun to watch. Like, Thor: Love and Thunder is just so excessively boring. However, and Multiverse of Madness are fun to watch. Like, you can't have a bad time watching them. Like, some Marvel films are really good, but they're not fun to watch. Like, this is a film that's fun to watch and it's timeless. Which I know it's like kind of like funny to say with Kang in it, but it's the same way I felt about Multiverse of Madness. Like, you can, even though it's 2 hours, it's a 2 hour. If you watch this and then immediately after watch Thor: Love and Thunder, which I did, you will feel the length of Love and Thunder a lot more than the length of this. So now I'm actually going to talk about it. I just wanted to say, like, I feel like it's not written well, yeah, but it's fun to watch. And I think anyone who's seen it agrees with that. So let's talk about the characters first. Actually, we'll talk about all six. Directing, I think there were some okay shots. It wasn't great. There weren't any shots I loved. And editing was very impressive. Like, Thor: Love and Thunder had awful editing, same with Miss Marvel, but they have some really good editing now. Like, this is almost fully CGI, and it looks good. So that's good for them. There isn't really any shots I'm like, that looks ugly. Moving on to acting. So acting and story, where I'm talking about the acting and the story. So, acting, let's talk about Ant-Man. This is the first time I feel like he has a character arc, but I still never loved his character. I have a friend who really likes Ant-Man. I don't. I've never liked Ant-Man. I feel like I've never liked his films either. In my opinion, this is the best Ant-Man film, mostly because I hate the other two with a burning passion. But this one, I never liked Ant-Man, really. Hope Van Dyne, for a film called Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, there was not really any Wasp. Sorry, I'm still sick. Okay, so I'm back. To you, it may have been a few seconds. To me, it's been 10 minutes. Let's talk. So I think I was talking about Wasp. She sucked. She really wasn't good in this. Janet Van Dyne, and she was good. I like her character. Like, she isn't bad in this. She just is like, oh, she has a secret that we're gonna find out about 10 minutes later. Cool. Next is Hank. He was okay. He was, like, there. I feel like Ant-Man and Cassie were the only two that actually needed to be in this film. Because I actually liked Cassie a lot in this. I feel like she was actually a very interesting character. Like, the writers were like, okay, let's make Kang interesting. Let's make Cassie interesting. That's kind of it. Let's just give none of the others character development. They don't need it, right? So it feels very weird that the character that I connected second most with is Cassie Lang, and first most, obviously, Kang. So I feel like this film would have been way better if it was just Ant-Man and Cassie in the quantum realm, and then Wasp and Hank and Janet weren't even in this, because they don't need to be in this. I do like Cassie a lot in this. Of course, Jonathan Majors as Kang is obviously the best part. And I'm going to talk about the post-credit scene quickly. I know a lot of people did not like it. I did not like it at all, mostly because I liked this version of Kang so much. Because that's implying that the Avengers are going to be fighting Rama Tut and Immortus. And that's not what I want to see. I want to see the Avengers fight this version of Kang, the exiled one. So it does annoy me a bit, but it's okay. So, I feel like I've talked about all the characters. I don't think... Oh, MODOK. MODOK's okay. I didn't really like him, mostly because I feel like there's no point of having a comic relief character with Kang. Like, it feels like how Thor: Love and Thunder had gore and cancer versus comedy. It just isn't a war. It's like a fight that there's no reason to fight. Now let's move on to story. I do not know what to say about it. Film opens up. I like the Earth part, and I really like the first half of the film. I really like how it's like we see what Ant-Man and Cassie are doing, and then we see what Wasp is doing. And I really like Janet interacting with everyone. I like Ant-Man's fun interaction with those people. And that was honestly my favorite part of the film. I really liked, no, it wasn't, not even close actually, but I really liked that part where it actually feels like they're lost in the quantum realm and they're stuck doing all these weird things. That was a really fun part for me because that's what I wanted. I wanted to be lost in the realm. But then they were easily found a Kang, and it was just, oh, we're with Kang the whole time. So, like, it wasn't really, it was like how Multiverse Madness went through 3 worlds. It's like, oh, they're lost in the quantum realm until they're found halfway through the film. I do like the heist plot. Of course, Kang is amazing in this. And, of course, it ends with, obviously, them big third act. And I don't like how the ants fix it. I would have liked Ant-Man to fight Kang, which he does. And I love the final fight where it's like hand-to-hand combat, which I do like. However, I would have liked it more if it wasn't Hope that came through, but Cassie, because Cassie is clearly the better character. So, yeah, overall, I liked it. Let's talk about the end credit scene. I love Loki. He's my favorite character, so it was a great end credit. So, overall, I like this. I think this film is really fun to watch. Like, I feel like that opening Lost part, where they're lost, is so fun to watch. And, yeah, the jokes, I feel like in the old Ant-Man's like, oh my god, there's a Hello Kitty Prez pop. You're gonna laugh at that, right? No one was laughing. I feel like it's things like the very few jokes that they had in this worked. Like, I feel like Thor: Love and Thunder had too many jokes. None of them worked. The holes joke with the jelly person and was like, it was actually like a good running joke, and the theater was actually laughing when that happened. And also the Kang comparing Ant-Man to Thor, like those were genuinely funny, and I wasn't laughing, but like they were way more funny than Thor acting like a doofus. So besides that, I really liked it. I think Kang is the standout part of this film. And to wrap it up, because I am not feeling well and I want to end this review. If you are a classic Marvel fan, you have to watch this. If you are a moviegoer, I think you come to this movie to see Kang. If you want to see Kang, you come to this movie because he is so amazing in this, and he, like, again, as bad as the movie is, any scene Kang's in is good. So if you focus on that part of the film, it works. And you can trick your head into thinking it's good because of Kang. But besides that, if you go past the fact that there's a bad story, because I'll admit the story's really bad in this. If you move past the fact that there's a bad story, and you try to admire things like the visuals and the performances, you will get a lot more out of the film. I think a lot of people are like, the story's bad, this film is bad, which I think is completely true. However, I think if you want to even enjoy a bit of it, you can enjoy things like all the visuals, all the acting. You can enjoy these characters and this film that's being presented and just say, look, the story's bad, but I can watch it everywhere else. So, I liked it. Is it my favorite? No. I'd say it's about where Multiverse of Madness is. I think I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to like watching it. I'm never going to not enjoy it. I just feel like if you can admire how great a lot of these scenes look, like any scene in the quantum realm looks genuinely amazing because they spend so much time on the CGI. So if you can watch the film to watch the visuals, then you will enjoy this film. So besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.